Folks, now we are going to have a series of podcasts on a very nice book called The Triumph of the Commons by Andrews and Jansen. Both of them worked with Eleanor Ostrom, who is a well-known, well, she passed away a few years ago. She won the Nobel Prize in Economics, even though what she did was mostly related to let's say, social science. Many economists were unhappy about it, but the book itself is based on her work and learning about the fundamental principles of sustaining the commons. So it's called The Triumph of the Commons. Why? Because nice work by Garrett Hardin, I think, in the 1960s led to a concept called Tragedies of the Commons, because he imagined pasture land where anybody could graze their sheep, and he thought humans are rational beings that always think about their own benefits, and they keep on buying more and more sheep to graze because it's free land, and eventually there is not enough fodder for anybody, so it ends up being a loss to all. So the big difference is what he thought was the problem of the commons actually was the problem of open access. He assumed that the pasture is open to all and there are no rules and everybody can bring their sheep and graze. What Eleanor Ostrom did was to go back to the concept of commons, which comes from some 16th century England, where land were held together by many people and they shared it during seasons. So they could shift from this piece of land for agriculture in one season to another piece of land, co-shared, co-owned for grazing the animals. And she found that when you have norms and punishments, then it's easy to sustain the commons. The commons here was because it was owned by several people, it was called the commons, and now we use it as for the atmosphere, which is global. We all share it. Anybody pollutes, we may all end up paying a price if it goes across the world. Or the oceans, the same thing. If we exploit fisheries or go deep sea mining and pollute the oceans, we are already acidifying the oceans, and we are deoxygenating it, we are warming it, and so on. So all these are commons, and we'll see later that there is a scale issue. So you can have a little lake shared by village people or townspeople for either water or for well-being, just as a shared resource for enjoying and so on. So very nice concepts we'll learn in this book. Okay.